This episode is brought to you by Greens. Greens live a much healthier life with this amazing health drink. We don't actually have Greens now because we're in the room, but this is going to be a very special episode, so stay tuned. Greens has no approved therapeutic claims. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, yeah. Sinner Green. Sinner means this is the Sliver Queen. Sliver Queen is Sinner Queen. Sliver Queen is Sinner Greens. Then we're coming back to school. I bet the teachers think we're cool. But now we're going up to stay up late. Gonna call up all the friends and watch the movie till the end. Then we'll never go to bed, yeah. Going up for some pizza and beer. She's so fine and the night sky is clear. Coming down and our parents won't know. Going right down to the rock show. Going out tonight. The only thing that feels so right. We're walking hand in hand, pretending we're trending. Going out tonight. We're gonna have another fight. I know what's going down, pretending we're ending. Welcome back, guys, to another episode of A Geek's Hideout. So, right now, today's episode is why is it better to invest in MTG instead of saving your money in the bank? Well, reason why now is simply because now in the Philippines there is going to be a new law where they are going to tax 20% of the interest that your bank account is currently earning. So for example, you have a time deposit account and you're earning like 5 to 6%. Wow. Yeah, that's pretty high, right? Now, that 5 to 6% that you earned will be taxed 20%. So, your interest will not be that high. Your interest will not grow. Now, let me give you an example of really good growth. These dual lands used to be worth 500 pesos way back in 94, 95. 500 peso dual lands. In fact, some of them were worth like, I think 300 pesos if you had the revised version. Because revised was everywhere and people trying to get these were getting them really cheap. So they were around that amount, around 3 to 500 pesos depending on where you got them. But most of the stores were selling dual lands for 500 pesos, just like Shivan Dragon was worth 500 pesos before. Okay? Now, let's move forward here. Gia's Cradle. This came out, and way back in the 90s, early 2000s, this was a 900 peso card. 900 pesos. Gia's Cradle. Sliver Queen, when this came out, when this nasty sliver came out, way back in Stronghold, these guys were worth around 500 pesos too. So let's flash forward today. How much is a dual land? The dual lands are now worth around the 25 to 30,000 pesos each. I kid you not. We are around around 550 to $600 per piece. Wow, how nasty and how terrible is that? So, if you spend, even if you go back in the year 2013, if you go back to the year 2013, dual lands doubled in price. They were 1,000 pesos back then. So, if you got a bunch of dual lands, let's just say you spent like 5,000 pesos on 5 dual lands way back in 2013. Now, okay, This is 30, 60, 90, 120. The 5,000 pesos that you spent back in 2013 is now worth 150,000 pesos. Now, what if you got more dual lands with you? Then you've made a profit. Your investment grew to unlimited leaps and bounds. Gia's Cradle. What if you spent the 1,000 pesos or the 900 pesos per Gia's Cradle? So that was 3,600 pesos. Now, a Gia's Cradle is worth around 50,000 pesos, even more than a dual land. So 200,000 pesos. Okay, your 4,000 or 3,600 peso investment grew to around 200,000 pesos. That's a massive growth. Okay, really massive. I mean, even if you got Ristic Studies or what's that card again? It wasn't Mystic Remora. I forget the name of the card. Wow. Let's see here what the name that card is. Was it Ristic Study? Let me check if it was it. Forgot if it was Ristic Study. Yeah, I think it was Ristic Study. Yep, it was Ristic Study. Okay. Ristic Studies used to be around like 5 pesos each. And 20 pesos at the most. But now, they're worth 9,000 pesos each. So, if you bought a bunch, and they were common. Nobody wanted them. They were in the common box. They were in the common bin way back in when Odyssey, I think, came out. Or was it, it wasn't Odyssey. It wasn't even, but Prophecy, yeah, when Prophecy came out, yes, that's where Ristic Study came out. When Prophecy came out, man, Ristic Study, nobody wanted it. It was a 5 peso common, but now, look at it. It's a super, super expensive card. If you bought hundreds of those, you'd be a multi-gazillionaire right now. So, compared to leaving your money in a time deposit or leaving your money in the bank, to have the interest tax 20% in the Philippines, these bad boys aren't gonna get taxed. And when you sell them, government can't tax you because it's a secondary market. So that's one thing about it. Okay, so remember, okay, rather than go with stocks, bonds, crypto investment, invest in Magic the Gathering instead. You're gonna thank me later. Thank you so much. This is the Geeks Hideout. Kaboom. Oh yeah.